Welcome to our Heavenly Candidates Daily Devotion.
Our Bible reading for today is taken from the book of 1 Kings chapter 13 verses 1 to 24. And behold, there came a man of God out of Judah by the word of the Lord unto Bethel. And Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. And he cried against the altar in the word of the Lord, and said, O altar, altar, thus saith the Lord, Behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name. And upon this shall he offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon thee, and men's bones shall be burnt upon thee. And he gave a sign the same day, saying, This is the sign which the Lord hath spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass, when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of God, which had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, Lay hold on him. And his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up, so that he could not pull it in again to him. The altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out from the altar, according to the sign which the man of God had given by the word of the Lord. And the king answered and said unto the man of God, Entreat now the face of the Lord thy God, and pray for me, that my hand may be restored me again. And the man of God besought the Lord, and the king's hand was restored him again, and became as it was before. And the king said unto the man of God, Come home with me, and refresh thyself, and I will give thee a reward. And the man of God said unto the king, If thou wilt give me half thine house, I will not go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. For so was it charged me by the word of the Lord, saying, Eat no bread, nor drink water, nor turn again by the same way that thou camest. So he went another way, and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel. Now there dwelt an old prophet in Bethel, and his sons came, and told him all the works that the man of God had done that day in Bethel. The words which he had spoken unto the king, them they told also to their father. And their father said unto them, What way went he? For his sons had seen what way the man of God went, which came from Judah. And he said unto his sons, Saddle me the ass. So they saddled him the ass, and he rode thereon, and went after the man of God, and found him sitting under an oak. And he said unto him, Art thou the man of God that camest from Judah? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, Come home with me, and eat bread. And he said, I may not return with thee, nor go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water with thee in this place. For it was said to me by the word of the Lord, Thou shalt eat no bread nor drink water there, nor turn again to go by the way that thou camest. He said unto him, I am a prophet also as thou art. And an angel spake unto me by the word of the Lord, saying, Bring him back with thee into thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto him. So he went back with him, and did eat bread in his house, and drank water. And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back. And he cried unto the man of God that came from Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Forasmuch as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and hast not kept the commandment which the Lord thy God commanded thee, but camest back, and hast eaten bread and drunk water in the place, of the which the Lord did say to thee, Eat no bread, and drink no water, thy carcase shall not come unto the sepulchre of thy fathers. And it came to pass, after he had eaten bread, and after he had drunk, that he saddled for him the ass, to wit, for the prophet whom he had brought back. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way, and slew him. And his carcase was cast in the way, and the ass stood by it. The lion also stood by the carcase.
1 Kings chapter 13 verses 1 to 24 tells the story of a prophet sent by God to deliver a message to King Jeroboam of Israel. The prophet, referred to as the man of God, is not specifically named in the passage. The chapter highlights the importance of obedience to God's commands and the consequences that can arise from disobedience. The story begins with the prophet receiving a specific command from God to go to Bethel and deliver a message against the altar that Jeroboam had set up for false worship. The man of God follows God's instructions faithfully and travels to Bethel. Upon his arrival, he boldly proclaims the word of the Lord, prophesying about the future destruction of the false altar, and the judgment that will befall the house of Jeroboam. After delivering the message, the prophet is instructed by God not to eat or drink anything in the region, but to return by a different route. This command is given as a test of the prophet's obedience. However, an older prophet residing in Bethel learns of the man of God's arrival and goes after him. The older prophet finds the man of God sitting under an oak tree and invites him to his house to eat and drink. The older prophet claims that an angel had spoken to him, telling him to bring the man of God back to his house. The man of God, possibly swayed by the older prophet's convincing words, agrees to go with him and eat and drink. During their meal, the word of the Lord comes to the older prophet, who rebukes the man of God for his disobedience. The older prophet reveals that he was lying and had not received any divine message. As a consequence of the man of God's disobedience, he is informed that he will die and not be buried in the tomb of his fathers. After their meal, the two prophets set out on their journey. Along the way, a lion attacks and kills the man of God, confirming the validity of the older prophet's words. The lion and the donkey, carrying the man of God's body, stand beside the slain prophet, while the older prophet continues on his way. The news of the man of God's death reaches the older prophet, who retrieves the body, mourns over him, and buries him in his own tomb. He then instructs his sons to bury him beside the man of God when he dies, so their bones will rest together. The story of the man of God and his subsequent demise serves as a powerful illustration of the importance of obedience and the severe consequences that can result from disobedience to God's commands. The man of God initially demonstrated faithfulness and obedience by following God's instructions, but he faltered when confronted by the older prophet's deceptive words. This passage serves as a reminder that obedience to God's commands is crucial, even when faced with conflicting messages or tempting circumstances. It warns us against compromising one's obedience to God's instructions and emphasizes the need to remain steadfast in following His will, regardless of external pressures or any influences by pastors or prophets. Ultimately, 1 Kings chapter 13 verses 1 to 24 underscores the significance of obedience and the consequences that can arise from disobedience. It reminds believers to seek God's guidance, discern His voice, and faithfully adhere to His commands. Knowing that true obedience brings blessings and favor, while disobedience can lead to severe repercussions. God bless you for listening to our daily devotion today. Please join us to spread the good news of our Lord Jesus Christ by sharing, commenting, like the video, and subscribe. Please follow Heavenly Candidates on our YouTube channel and Facebook. God bless you all, and we meet again tomorrow if Jesus tarries.